It's never gonna happen again. That's it. This is last naturally aspirated V10. As soon as you hear it, it's like, I like that. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today is a bit different. We got something performance-wise content in this episode. I love this car. I mean, naturally aspirated 5-liter V10. You floor it, you're like, okay, it doesn't do that sound. It's more of a turbo sound, but this one does like that. I haven't posted a lot of videos regards to this car. If you are from very beginning, you probably seen it, you know the story. Long story short, I tried to, I bought it with a knock on the startup. At the time, I didn't know these engines. I didn't know what's gonna happen, what's the damage, blah, blah, blah. So I tried to repair it, only done 7 miles and broke down again. And then I just gave up, and I think for a year or so, it was abandoned in the field. But then finally found a donor car, swapped the engine. Done all the common bits like rod bearing, Vanos pipes, throttle actuators already been done. Injectors, spark plugs, you name it, everything is up to date. Believe it or not, I've done 2,000 miles so far, and I've done 5 oil changes. Yes, 5 oil changes, because I don't want to go back where in the very beginning, where I was like, spent a week or so, maybe even more, spent £1,000 and everything was wasted. And as you know, these engines, they are so fun, they are so incredible. You just want to keep them maintained and just want to drive it. You don't want a headache with them. Anyway, what's the story regards to this car in this episode? As you see, we installed an Venturi air intake. I'm not really a fan of aftermarket stuff, but it's mainly on old school cars. Old school cars, everything must be OEM or OEM plus. Performance cars, stuff like that, you don't need to cut it all, mess about it. Just take the part off, put it aftermarket on, and job done. Afterwards, let's say when it comes to selling it or whatever, you just swap the parts back in. It doesn't take a lot of time. It came up one of the forums, and I thought, you know what, for I think £700, you can't go wrong, because they're not available second hand. That barely comes up. So instead of spending 1,200, I spent 700, and I'll see how it goes, because apparently it gives you 15 bhp. It doesn't sound a lot, but we'll see. Let's install these and then give it a blast, and then I'll tell you more about this S85, baby. Let's go. So first things first, let's remove the air boxes. Blech. Cheap, nasty, proper aftermarket air filters. Why did I do that? We got the scoop in, 2 6 mils on the side, put it back in. So obviously goes through here, scoops up there into the intake. Last bit, and we are off to the test drive. Right, finished. Intake is in, scoops are in. Now is the fun part, test drive. But before, we're gonna make sure we start up the car and warm up properly, and afterwards we trash it. right, all set up. Now let's take it for a test drive. I mean, it's not mapped or anything, it's just completely stock. I'm probably not gonna feel any difference at all. Power button on. Well, air intake sounds a bit different, 100%. 4.5 RPM and floor it. Yeah. Definitely sounds different. You can feel it, how it sucks air inside. So, I don't know what to do with this car. In the same time, I'm not using it at all. I've done a swap. Then I was excited for a while because obviously this is my first M car. Well, I bought this first, then I bought the E46 M3, but I bought this obviously with the fault, and then I didn't know how the V10 drives. When I bought the E46 M3, I thought, oh yeah, it's cool. It drives basically better than 330i. But then when this was fixed, E46 was forgotten, and I thought it's nowhere near. Just listen to it. You got a comfort, you got speed, you got 5 seats. Like, what else you want apart from dramatic MPG? But apart from that, daily duties or whatsoever, I mean, the car for that age, remember, the car came out in 2005-ish. I just like, if it still gives you emotions in 2022, I can't even imagine what was in 2005. I think people thought the car is out of space, you know, like, wow. 3, 2, 1, let's go! Woo-hoo-hoo! You see what I mean? That's naughty. You can't do this. But you are the one who provokes me to do it. Why? Because she sounds so good. So yeah, guys, the car is amazing. I mean, I love it to bits. It's fully loaded. That means it's got heated, ventilated, active seats. It's got extended leather, rear heated seats, Alcantara headliner, blinds, and I think the rest is standard for the M5. So you can't really find in such a color interior combination common M5, but well, that's the reason I bought it in the first place. Plus, at the time, I think I paid about £8,000 more or less. Obviously, the engine, the hassle I went through was unbelievable, but in the end, everything was worth it. You know, like, it's dead crazy how such a car can give you so much emotion. As I said, it's really attracted you. Plan originally was to do it up, enjoy for a bit, and sell it. That was probably most expensive car I bought at the time, and I thought, you know what, I'm not having a lot of money invested in a car which sits and does nothing. But I mean, it just growed on me, and I decided to keep it, you know. And at the time, there was quite M5 E60s were cheap, but they seem to be increasing a value, and some of them seem to be even more expensive than the F10 models, as you know, because at that year when they were produced, same as the E92 M3, BMW went wild. They had so much money and they invested. They, you know what, we're gonna stick V10 in the 5 Series, you know, like, because if you're looking at the future, it's never gonna happen again. That's it. This is last naturally aspirated V10. As far as I know, next M5 will be hybrid or half electric, something like that. Not really keen, but this is the last V10, or maybe the only V10 you'll have in normal family saloon. So I thought, why not to keep, you know? But in the same time, I was thinking, like, because I'm in the countryside more or less and no motorways, I don't really drive it properly. And you can't really drive it properly because the speed limit is about 70 miles per hour. So I don't know, leave the comments below. What do you think? What should I do? Because I can't decide in the same time. Like, it really bugs me lately, to be honest. Should I just like sell it and invest money somewhere else in maybe different projects? But I genuinely don't know. But I really love the car. Plus, I've done everything to it. I've done road bearings, vanos pipes, actuators, injectors, you name it. Engine wire. Plus, it has a brand new clutch as well, because when I swapped the engine, I didn't board it, but it was already previously replaced. Done a fuel tank, fuel pump, because something was with the sender unit. I've done a diff. What else? The refurb, the wheels, Michelin tires, replaced brakes all around. I mean, the car is tip-top condition, apart one thing, because it has a extended leather dash in passenger corner. The leather sort of came off a bit, but basically needs taking dash out and re-gluing the leather, if that makes sense. But I'm sort of not bothered at the moment because the rest of the interior is in good condition. But yeah, leave the comment below. What do you think? What should I do? Because I genuinely can't decide. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, leave the comment below. I'll try, well, I'm pretty much always replying most of the comments. Try to interact with my subscribers. And also, yeah, this was like short video regards to V10 M5. Obviously you've seen what we've done. Something different out from the old school stuff. If I'm guessing you must, if you're a petrol head, you must love the V10. It's just, there is no other options. You just, if you don't know about cars or anything like that, as soon as you hear it, you're like, I like that. So I'll see you next time.